Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
Der Weg Ursachen und Wirken. Ich dachte jetzt, ich rieche ein Minispiel. Aber erstmal riechen wir eine kurze Zusammenfassung von dem, was jetzt bisher alles passiert ist. Riecht wie Oscar. Ja, wir wurden von Jet gerettet und Ben. Ihr wisst schon, Jet aus der berühmten Jet-Weltquest, die nicht vertont war. Was verwunderlich ist, weil die so umfangreich war. Und wir haben Lilopar getroffen, die Mutter der Jin aus Genshin Impact. Also quasi die Lilith von Genshin Impact. Aber wie wollen uns die alle helfen? Denn aktuell müssen wir ja das Aru, dieses System, was König Deshret erschaffen hat, als für den goldenen Traum, was, wenn ich mich nicht irre, ein digitales Jenseits war. Aber durch die Abschaltung dessen konnten wir zumindest den Geist von Jets Vater befreien. Ja, das war sehr emotional. Aber die Götter der 7 Säulen haben uns zum Glück den Zugang dazu gewährt, letztendlich. Jetzt müssen nur noch all unsere Freunde zusammen mit Farusan, Nicole und jetzt vor allem KW und helfen es schaffen, das Ding so umzuprogrammieren, dass es zum neuen Irmisul wird, der ja leider von Dottore verseucht bzw. korrumpiert wurde. Und es steht immer noch die Frage im Raum, wer dieser Fatui-Anführer war mit der lilanen Kapuze, der den Tempel quasi plattquetschen lassen wollte vom schwarzen Nichts. KW. Oh. KW hat mal wieder was zu tun. Ich meine, das war das letzte Mal, als wir ihn gespielt haben. Ich glaube, dieses Event, da war doch dieses eine Kampfevent in Sumeru, wer ich daran erinnert. Ah. Deja, bist du doof? Ja, das hält es auf. Okay.
Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Herein lie verses written for the Yellow Sands. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aru kept a record of this.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now.
Wir haben ja sonst nichts zu tun. Und der Fortschritt ist schon mal gespeichert. Sehr gut. Okay, dann müssen wir erst die Barrieren wieder, die einzelnen erstmal, entfernen, bevor wir die Energiekugel weiterschicken können. Ah, okay. Verstehe. Erst da speichern und dann weiterdrehen. Genau, nicht einfach lange warten. Einfach direkt durch.
Found some more. Sending them over to you.
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Da hat er einen Punkt.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
Ich glaube, ich habe das durchsehen. Ich glaube, ich habe das System jetzt durchschaut. Verstehe. Denkt euch einfach, die letzten 5 Sekunden sind nicht passiert. Ja, genau. Lasst dir Zeit.
Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Zum Glück gibt es Kopien.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
Wie tiefsinnig.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then.
Ruhe dich ein Weilchen aus. Was haben denn die drei doch zu erzählen? Vielleicht ist ja ein anderer Dialog als bei uns.
expected that the outside world no longer respected the ancient gods, but even so, I do find the tone of these youngsters to be dreadfully impolite.
Übrigens, ich finde es ein bisschen witzig, dass wir am Wasser stehen. Das sieht nämlich aus, als würde KW gerade mächtig wäre er gerade mächtig am Schwitzen.
It should hardly come as a surprise to you. I remember you saying the same thing last time.
I assumed that was just a one-off. I did not realize it was the norm.
Don't you think that young lad's matter-of-fact tone sounds familiar? It bears a rather uncanny resemblance to you, Goatee.
Surely a sign that he is a man of rare intelligence.
Ugh. The rest of them, though, much better. The blonde-haired one, for instance. So sincere. That's the kind of kid I can respect.
Oh, really? Well, what about your disciple, Nefer? She's about the furthest from sincerity that a person can get.
Ah, and now you hit the crux of the issue. Thoth is spouting lies again. He cares nothing for sincerity. He likes Nefer simply because her personality is just like his. Thus, in giving his approval to Nefer, Thoth is simply validating himself. The rest is but smoke and mirrors.
You have some nerve saying that. There really is no helping you two.
Shut up, chess rookie.
What nonsense is this? How dare you tell me to shut up?
How can you engage in such banal chitter-chatter at a time like this? Aru has been opened. The glory and splendor of a bygone age is about to sweep over the earth like a flood. And you're here squabbling like petulant children. All three of you are insufferable. King Deshret was merciful, indeed, giving you a chance to be released from prison. I say, you should have been locked up for good.
Ah, but Bennu, look on the bright side. Had they not been released, we would not have been awoken.
Oh. You've been here this whole time. You should be scolding them along with me.
I miss Hermanubis. It's not a real reunion without him here.
And now you're avoiding the topic and talking to yourself. Why King Deshret designed your personality like this, I will never understand.
Isn't this simply proof that our king supports my free will?
Oh, look at those two rust buckets. Suddenly, you two do not seem so bad after all.
Here, here. If being stuck together for thousands of years fosters no friendship, I cannot say what would.
Naturally.
Wenn Götter sich zanken. Naja, zumindest schmeißen sie nicht mit Blitzen um sich. Oder lassen wir eben die Welt untergehen. Oder ähnliches. Sonst noch irgendjemand hier, dem wir interagieren könnten? Nein? Okay. Alle nach Hause gegangen. Wir hatten nasse Füße, mussten ihre Socken trocknen.
How's it going? Are things progressing smoothly?
Well enough, I suppose. You know how it is. The work itself is only half the problem. The other half is having to work with Al-Haytham.
I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Honestly, though, I thought you two had already worked things out.
As if. Turns out working closely together is the best way to expose any tensions lurking beneath the surface. Besides, I just think that some people never change.
Agreed. Case in point, you didn't make sure I was out of earshot before you started complaining about me.
Old habits die hard.
Actually, this is for your own good. Maybe if you spend a little more time listening to what other people have to say, you might actually realize that you're the problem.
Naivete is another old habit of yours.
I had assumed that you both volunteered for this project, like us forest rangers. But now I'm getting the sense that wasn't the case.
Definitely not. We were assigned to it by Lesser Lord Kusanali and Nephis.
As much as I'd love to be doing normal work for normal clients, these Titan projects are all that's on offer right now. Though I'm sure they wouldn't be roping us in if they had any better options. Just goes to show how short-staffed the academia really is.
I'm sure you've prepared yourself mentally, but I still feel the need to advise you to lower your expectations. It might make the process of working together a little less intolerable.
I know! Same to you! But if you already understood that, you should also know not to say the quiet part out loud.
Why don't you come help me with my forest patrols? Might help you avoid any further disagreements.
Good suggestion, but unfortunately, differences of opinion will always exist. Changing the nature of the work won't get rid of them.
For once, I actually agree. There is zero chance of us ever resolving our differences. Zero! But even so, the work must be done. Care for some coffee?
I'm glad to see you making progress.
Don't act so smug! It'd be nice if you made some too.
I feel like even I've made some progress today. In the past, I never would have dared to try and mediate a conflict between you two while you're both right there in front of me.
Apologizing probably makes it sound like I'm in the wrong, but I'm sorry.
I was just kidding. Truth be told, I don't have any work to do at the moment, so I'm just here to kill some time.
How's Kale?
She's studying with Nicole. I'm not sure how she's getting along, but she seems to be in good spirits at least.
I wouldn't worry. Angelic affairs are probably above your pay grade anyway.
I know what you mean, but Sino and I are still a little concerned for her. He said he'd go keep Kale company after he's finished training the mercenaries. I'm planning to join them myself shortly.
Kale will be okay. Have faith in her. Even we can see how much more confident and outgoing she's become in these past few years. Thanks to you and Sino being there for her and providing guidance every step of the way, she can finally stand on her own 2 feet.
On her own 2 feet.
Does it feel bittersweet? Watching the younger generation grow up and move on.
No, not yet, at least. I was just thinking, I wish there was more I could do for everyone.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she will. Just try to relax.
Ob wir uns darauf verlassen können, ob Kale mit ihren Fähigkeiten da helfen kann? Bestimmt, sonst wäre sie ja nicht der allererste Charakter gewesen, den wir hier gesehen haben. Und das habt ihr natürlich gesehen, nicht wahr? Gib dich zum Eingang des Königs des Mausoleums von König der Schritt. Und ja, ich werde das jetzt nicht mehr vorlesen. Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass ihr lesen könnt. Genauso wie ich die eingeblendeten weiß auf schwarz Texte nicht mehr vorlese, weil die wie immer viel zu kurz angezeigt werden. Und das Ganze auch wieder ohne Eike. Oh. Running Gags werden nie alt.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so big the Crocodile King!
Wow, wir haben ihn doch gerade erst gesehen vor 5 Minuten.
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that I feel.
Also Sorgier. Oder Neugier?
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king?
Kennen wir sie noch? Na, sagen wir mal, eher nicht.
The story begins a long time ago. Al-Ahmar was always a wishful thinker where the Dendro dragon was concerned. Without consulting her, he decided to list her among the 7 pillars and declared his own power to be far superior to hers. That was when our king was at the height of his power. Ibis Goti and I were no match for him, and so we chose to submit and serve as his ministers. But not a pep. No, she never thought much of him. To a pep, Al-Ahmar's pride and sense of superiority were nothing but ignorance and hubris. In fact, they fought numerous times, but usually the battle ended in a draw.
Diese Kämpfe würde ich mal gerne sehen.
In the end, King Deshret coveted the power of Celestia, only to end up corrupted by knowledge. His final act was to trick the dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
Und daran erinnert ihr euch natürlich noch, nicht wahr? Mit den Dendrokernen. Oder, was war es nochmal? Samen?
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the 7, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. How ironic. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the pep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irmisul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there.
Okay, das hätte ich nicht erwartet.
We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. It's... Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the Are doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay?
Naja, wahrscheinlich ein Ort, wo es viel Wasser gibt.
Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions. Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now.
Wir wissen ja, Jahre stammen ja ursprünglich aus den ursprünglich aus dem Urwald von Sumeru. Deswegen ist das hier nicht die beste, eigentlich eine ungewohnte Umgebung, wie schon gesagt. Ey, das ist ja wie bei Pikmin. Nicht, dass ich Pikmin nie gespielt hätte, aber man kennt es ja. Neue Idee für ein Minispiel für Genshin in der Zukunft. Was? Putzig. Ach ja, übrigens, apropos, Aranaras, die Quest mit, ihr wisst schon, unsere Feuerwerkerin aus Inazuma, die gibt es auch hier auf dem Kanal. Und da haben wir sogar die Aranaras nochmal vertont, weil die da noch nicht, nachträglich, weil die halt nicht gesprochen haben.
Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Veluca. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well? Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back there. Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Red excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon?
Kannst du es wagen?
I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too! Just let me know where I'm needed. Up to no good? That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to investigate the situation Arabalika spoke of? No problem. Leave it to us. Thank you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there. Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful of dreams. Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass.
Ich dachte immer, die Aranaras können nur von Kindern und Leuten gesehen werden, die noch Fantasie, die noch Fantasie in sich haben. War es nicht so? Bei der Quest mit, ja. Ist ihm wieder eine Name gefallen. Yoimiya, nicht wahr? Hier ist so ein Sternpflücker. Das habt ihr natürlich alle gesehen, nicht wahr? Alles nur NPCs? Ja, scheint so. Aber nochmal kurz in die Nähe. Nein? Okay. Muss mein Bildschirm ja auch machen.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendroarchon, you're back. Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Irmisul. It's a sound plan, although...
Natürlich gibt's hier einen Haken.
I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but with the state that Irmisul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means. Even the Akasha won't change that.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
Bin ich gespannt, was er da meint. Kopf durch die Wand? Auf, zurück zum Ribat. Was ist eigentlich ein Ribat? Dürfen wir klettern? Okay, können wir. Ich dachte, das wäre jetzt ja wie in ein... Ich dachte jetzt, das wäre ja wie in ein... Oh. Ihr wisst schon, wie in einem Dungeon, wo man weiß nicht, wenn du hochklettern kann.
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were you.
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nod-Krai?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you.
Ich rieche eine... Wie heißt das? Ich rieche eine Nee, Quatsch, das ist das Wort, was ich suche. Eine Befragungsszene. Mal sehen, wie Nefer sich dabei schlägt. Vielleicht schlägt sie dabei auch ein bisschen aus.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What's that he's looking at? A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could be highly valuable. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am? What are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Corps of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with unknown people, whoever they might be.
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know? If not, I'd better try and catch up with them.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying anything.
No need for that. I am strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here. You might have just saved my life, you know?
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back?
Actually... I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both be in big trouble.
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well. Take a look at this.
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet trade. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing.
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends.
Wir haben ja gar nicht so viel
I
gemacht.
ended up being one of them.
Ja.
You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am. I don't know how this happened. One thing led to another, and look how it ended up. I just hope our client doesn't get spooked and cancel their order.
Fingers crossed. But either way, life goes on, and we all have to make a living somehow.
Hätte ich ausgesprochen? Gut.
hands where I can see them.
General Mahamudra! No, wait! What are you doing?
This is the coin? Good. Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's mantra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence. Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candice tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Frage, was findet ihr besser, Candice oder Kandake?
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Nee, nicht wirklich, oder? Paimon kann ohne uns doch gar nicht existieren, gefühlt.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be quiet?
Ist ja nicht so, als wenn man den Outfit irgendwie auffallen würde.
Paimon, are you sure about this?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try, you'll never know.
Das ist ja eine Premiere.
Besides, being the best guide in Teyvat has to count for something. This should be a piece of cake.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong, I'll have to gag you and shove you into a bush.
No need! Paimon will be super careful. Promise!
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Coming! Coming!
Ike hat Paimon geklaut. Und wieder zwischengespeichert. Sehr gut. Auf zur Dunkelheit. Die Dunkelheit zieht auf. Gehe an den angegebenen Ort. Ganz unauffällig. Was ist denn das für ein Ding? Ein Flugzeug. Ein Vogel. Ein ehemaliger Fatui-Harbinger, der jetzt, von dem niemand mehr weiß, wie er heißt. Deswegen nennen ihn alle nur noch Head Guy. Ist so ein Irmisul-Ding. Die Quest habt ihr natürlich gesehen. Ups. Ja. Ach, immer noch 180 Meter? Naja, so ist ein bisschen abkürzen können wir hier. Von wegen nicht auffallen.
We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool. Cool.
What's on your mind, Paimon?
Huh? Nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
Hey, auch ein Sidekick kann sich weiterentwickeln.
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
Sieht zum Beispiel Nightwing.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Traveler's side. Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not, suit yourself. Makes no difference to me.
Hat guy? Do you think Paimon is useless?
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Nod-Krai, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with a traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help.
Das fällt dir jetzt auf? Ich erinnere nur Beispiel an in unseren ersten Treffen mit Ai, beziehungsweise den, ihr wisst schon, den in Inazuma. Ist schon mit Blitzen und alles, wo sie versucht hat, uns aufzuheben zum Beispiel.
Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? What would Paimon do then? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Oh, Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
Oh, hat guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change.
Und ich empfehle dir Ersteres.
You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can at least say that you tried. Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me? Or is it a little too quiet around here?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay. How strange. We've been here for ages. Where the heck are they? Have we been stood up? What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation, but I can't quite explain why.
Lass mich raten, it's a trap.
We know for sure that the guy Sinocott had something set up, yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or, more likely, they decided to cut our guy loose.
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. Unless... This feels all too familiar. Come on, let's head back.
Zum Glück müssen wir diese 2 Stunden nicht in Echtzeit warten.
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Thank you all for coming here and standing by our side.
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. Please forgive their absence. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. We remember him with great fondness.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that it's really happening, I feel quite emotional. Time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprises me. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusanali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon has far from fully resolved the problem of your vitality.
Oh no! So even a Pep's power didn't work? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I am tied to Irmisul. Until the problem with it is resolved, there is no way I can fully recover. Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker. You must have sensed it already. Your power is not what it once was.
Regrettably, this is true.
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irmisul. Right now, we're all in quite a sorry state.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength in this moment.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility to support Sumeru through this catastrophe. Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people of today possess greater wisdom than those of the past.
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Goti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru. They claim it has something to do with Irmisul?
Correct. Irmisul has existed in Teyvat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, it did not possess the significance it holds today. After the heavenly principles arrived, the power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irmisul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information.
Und wenn man eine von diesen Informationen aus Irmisul entfernt bzw. löscht, dann haben alle Menschen kollektiv in ganz Teyvat diese vergessen.
Since then, everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendro Archon, I have a duty to protect Irmisul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Teyvat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Nod-Krai, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irmisul. But despite my efforts, a major problem still arose within. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irmisul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route. And the only one that cannot be protected against. By entering Irmisul through death.
Weil derjenige, über den wir ja reden werden, schon gestorben ist. Angeblich.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed from finding peace.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irmisul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that, the tree began denying access to any connections.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world to endure.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irmisul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irmisul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Ahmar's legacy, Aru. All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irmisul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irmisul and investigate. Unfortunately, Irmisul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought, rendering that plan futile. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. This has led to a number of new contingency plans. To reclaim Irmisul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them your blessing in this endeavor.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara, and the Pari.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irmisul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were capable of.
Well, since you ask.
Na, wer kommt da jetzt rein? Wahrheit zwischen den Seiten von Purana. Es hat nicht gepixelt, diesmal brennt es. Aber das ist auch nicht besonders gut, oder?
Master Tainari, what is that?
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, aber ich würde mal sagen, ein Baum?
Is this Irmisul?
How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Oh my. I understand now, Dendro Archon. You make yourself quite clear indeed.
Not once over the millennia has Irmisul been so terribly afflicted as this.
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottore's will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Prägnant und präzise. Interessant. Würde wahrscheinlich ein bisschen dauern.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of supreme arrogance. So this is where it has taken him.
But didn't Dottore die in Nod-Krai? How is he still able to do all this? He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irmisul.
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irmisul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree, climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy. and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out what he's up to. He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
Könnte nicht Nahida einfach mit ihren, ihr wisst schon, bzzing machen, ihr Scanning machen und dann rausfinden, wer der jeweilige Maulwurf-Verräter ist?
There is still much to be done. Everyone, please remember our core strategy.
Ah, es ist einer der Weißen. Wetten?
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed to you both.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain resources.
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for modifying the terminal.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy, and they've agreed to assist me.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed, right? Hat Guy?
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed, Ms. Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project. Aside from the Dendro Archon, of course.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangamabe.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the technical side.
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take good care of Kale.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
You bet. We can handle it.
Good. I believe that covers everything. Tainari will provide ad hoc support as needed, if that's okay.
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis' student. Getting bossed around all day, every day.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you old rascal.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as backup, I doubt there will be many situations where my help is needed.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru and Natlan. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to the Eternal Oasis.
Und für alle, die sich nicht mehr erinnern? Ach ja, die Oase, in der alles in der Luft stehen bleibt, genau.
The Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend. So it does exist after all.
Kann man unter sehen in der Quest mit Lilipie, ihr wisst schon, die redenden, den Djinn in der Flasche.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off from the outside world at present. So regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies for the inconvenience.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves. That goes for everyone.
Right. Especially you, Dendro Archon. I'm sure you're still feeling quite weak.
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain me. Plus, we'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be just fine. Yes. I believe in myself. And I believe in every one of you. Well, time to get going.
Hat ja auch lang genug gedauert. Endlich passiert mir jetzt was. Nicht die ganze Zeit hier nur reden. Wir werden das machen mit Aru. Und dann werden wir den Irmisul wieder. Sprich, wird er helfen und Carway, genau. Und dann werden wir, ja, Irmisul wieder reparieren. Bla 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 bla. Soll jetzt kein Disrespekt sein an die Dialoge, die in Genshin hier sind drin, aber das war doch jetzt ein bisschen viel Gerede darüber, was wir jetzt machen werden, anstatt es mal was zu tun.
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works, Aru will also need some further optimization.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue to use their existing devices. This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though. Many groups of people were never issued Akasha terminals, including mercenaries, the desert folk, and many others.
We'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these locally is from the primal constructs within King Deshret's mausoleum. Time is not on our side here. It's gonna be a race against the clock.
The Aru merge and renovation project will have to be carried out by you two. Everything's riding on this, so failure is not an option. Best of luck to you both. As discussed, General Mahamatra Sino and Mr. Hat Guy will source the required materials.
Findet ihr es nicht auch ein bisschen unfreiwillig komisch, dass sie immer noch Hat Guy nennen? Aber gut, so kennen sie ihn halt.
Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum. With him accompanying them, things should go quite smoothly.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials arrive.
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp? Knock it off.
It's just Sino being Sino. You know.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them, and extract the required materials.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use. Thoth's words, not mine.
Liegt ja eh nur herum. Seit ein paar tausend Jahren. Oder wie lange war es? Ja, das Mausoleum ist nicht gerade klein. Warte mal, ist hier noch irgendwas anderes? Eventuell? Nur einen kurzen Blick. Achso, oh, unsichtbare Wände. Okay, ich weiß schon, wo ihr hin sollen. Okay. Praktisch. Naja, besser als jetzt die ganze Zeit hier rumzuklettern, nicht wahr? Und dabei Indiana Jones Musik spielen. Müssen wir die Dinger zerstören, die Konstrukte, oder machen die das freiwillig? Nein, ich glaube, wir müssen sie wahrscheinlich bekämpfen. Ja. Ups. Ja. Warte mal, wer ist denn hier der Buffer? Stimmt, ihr wisst ja, der Angriff ist relativ stark. Ah, cool, dafür ist er also da. Cool, jetzt haben wir 2 Komponente. Es fehlen dann nur noch ein paar tausend oder so. Für alle Leute aus Sumeru, die keinen Akasha haben. Ich sollte vielleicht eventuell lieber auf den Heilbeutel setzen. Oh, apropos Heilung. Danke, Arayuta. Kurz bevor seine Energie abläuft. Ja. Vielleicht sollten wir das hier vielleicht eventuell kürzen. Inventarteich wäre ganz nett.
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
Okay, anscheinend reicht das. Komm, die können wir ja einsammeln. Die können wir ja später gebrauchen. Zack, zack und eingesammelt. Liegt ja eh nur rum. Obwohl, ich glaube, das ist schneller. Ja. Die Grabwache des Traums vom König. Okay. Mini-Boss sozusagen. Oh, wie praktisch. Die Arana kämpfen mit. Ein bisschen langsam sind sie nur.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Mühsam erwehrt sich das Eichhörnchen. Nicht perfekt, aber fein.
Enough to make an Akasha terminal for everyone who doesn't own one.
I remember you telling me how revolutionary these Akasha terminals were. You've used one before, right?
The academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom dissemination system in history. That should give you an idea of how powerful it is.
Certainly sounds impressive.
Neither Hat Guy nor I have ever had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about to change.
Ah, laut Sankoma, wie spricht man das mal aus? Laut Sankoma Bay. Ich möchte euch gerne Telekom-Aktien verkaufen.
Oh, goody! Thank you so much for handling the delivery. What a long way it was. You've really outdone yourselves. I'm well aware what a bumpy, dangerous journey it must have been. Now, I would have loved to oversee the process myself, but of course, those of us who know the plan can't leave the mausoleum.
Oh, trust me, I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply flawless work. But will you really be needing all of this?
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only the price. So expensive.
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. The academia provided most of the funds. I just offered a small token of my goodwill.
Ein bisschen Kleingeld sozusagen.
Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's a serious crisis when you can't even make money out of it.
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to output the power of the light realm.
Wenn man aus einer Krise nicht mal Geld machen kann. Irgendwie Corona, nicht wahr?
Did you attend the lecture on light realm energy, Madame Farzan? I don't believe I saw you there.
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back door. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of light realm, elemental, and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between the three.
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between light realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so, the scholars still shared said information.
Well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone one breaks. Is that the idea?
At first, the Dendro Archon was reluctant to explain it in great depth for safety reasons. Later, she came to terms with it, and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of survival together. To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark. But for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand its very essence. It's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger just by knowing the facts. And just like bait, it lures us in by offering us the solution to our problems. But if you're not careful, you'll end up pursuing it down a dark path. A tricky problem. But today, this big problem has been broken down into many smaller, more trivial ones.
What do you mean?
Ah, I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Something like that?
Hey, what? That is not what I call a trivial problem.
Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal, I have to disagree. It's hard to dismiss the individual as insignificant.
Was hat Spock nochmal gesagt? Ihr wisst schon. The needs of a many und so weiter.
In other words, the big problem of survival has been broken down into many small, interconnected factors, and each one of us represents one of those factors.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together. Most people would find this unimaginable, but to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that. All right. I think that's everything.
Cool, jetzt haben wir was über Wissen gelernt. Das hat ja nur ungefähr 3 Minuten gedauert.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
Und jetzt die ganzen Materialien, beziehungsweise die Akashas, jetzt wissen wir zumindest, wie Akashas aussehen, abliefern. Okay. Und der Rest nur NPCs, die nichts sagen. Und der Häfen schaut bedächtig. Obwohl, mal sehen, haben die Götter vielleicht noch was zu erzählen? Nein, schauen sie euch nur an. Okay. Wir wollen ja schließlich nichts verpassen.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed with the next phase. Al-Haytham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph forms.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Sumeru hat ja mehr Alphabete als Japan.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read them?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external borders.
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it being symbolic? You can't read it unless you don't read it. Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it?
It's a chessboard.
Ah, das Spiel des Wissens. Also nicht das Brettspiel, sondern Schach halt.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
Oh, I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading and writing all that?
Ach, ich bin dran gewöhnt.
Ah, it's you three. Just in time. We've been dealt...
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
Da war mein Finger zu schnell. Böser Finger. Aua, aua, aua.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhe Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see here.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Ich rieche ein Minispiel.
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready. Only by completing the...
1 second. It's not dangerous, is it?
Da war ja schon wieder der böse Finger.
Dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go too hard on us, all right?
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers. All right, all right.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful. This doesn't seem like ordinary chess. Is the goal to defeat the opponent?
Ist das nicht bei jedem Spiel so?
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Prüfung des Schachs müssen Häfen, Kerbe getrennt handeln. Aktionsmäßig verbrauchen, um das Hindernisse... Okay, das könnte ein bisschen dauern. Oder ist es wie Mario Party? Auf jedem Feld kommt irgendwas anderes. Pferde, die Häfen oder Kerbe überquert haben, werden mit unterschiedlichen Markierungen versehen. Ein Häfen kann keine von Kerbe überquerten Felder betreten und umgekehrt. Okay. Kann bestimmte spezielle Spielsteine auf dem Spielbrett aktivieren, um bestimmte Bereiche freizuschalten und sie passierbar zu machen.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Ho! Excellent work.
Wie soll Häfen denn da vorbeikommen, wenn er gar nicht das benutzen kann? Ach, verstehe.
Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
So, jetzt müsste es eigentlich hinkommen. Ja. Yeah! Oder Errungenschaft gibt's auch noch dazu.
Done.
Finally. It's over. But seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on solid ground. And also...
Wir mussten zumindest nicht gegen irgendwelche Ritterfiguren kämpfen, wie bei Harry Potter.
Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of guidance along the way?
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another favor. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it should be possible to extend its range even further. Perhaps you can find a way.
So, building upon the existing functions to... Ah! I'm with you!
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
Alle Leute könnten in Sumeru dieses Schachbrettspiel spielen.
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my. Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose... Goti? Kroko? What do you say?
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida!
Schaffen wir das noch? Ach komm, machen wir es noch eben. Ha, okay, das Schachspiel oder beziehungsweise Logik Schieberätsel, das war jetzt ein bisschen naja, anspruchsvoll, Anführungszeichen. Aber gut, ich schiebe es einfach auf die typische Let's Player-Krankheit, dass wenn man aufnimmt und beziehungsweise kommentiert, dass man gleich 50% schlechter spielt. Mindestens. Wobei ich kommentiere nicht mal großartig viel. Peinlich. Also bis jetzt in diesen Aufnahmen.
There you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she is more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey. Oh, yes, Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out. She's the best. She is. So kind and enthusiastic. Well, time for us to get going. Let's head out.